Welcome to lists exercise. So in this exercise we have a total of 6 tasks. The first one is add all dictionary values together. So what I want you to do is simply work with this code here by copying and pasting it into an empty cell and then generate this output of 77. Okay, so the hints are for this dictionary: use the vals method, use list, the number 3, use the built-in Python function eval to convert a string to a number. The number 4, use list slicing with appropriate index to grab the numbers and add them together. And then number 5, use the int type. Okay, so this should be straightforward for this particular dictionary. All you're doing is grabbing the string values and then converting them into actual integers. Or in this case a float, but then ultimately you're going to have to convert them into an integer as a final output. Okay, so moving on to task 2, which is use comparison operators in a list. So all you have to do, likewise, is copy and paste this code into an empty cell, and then do comparisons between each of these numbers, and then between this string with this tuple, and then with these two numbers here. And all you're going to be doing is using these operators. So the first two are comparison operators, and the last one is a membership operator. And the desired output is true, true, false, true, false. And the only hints are that you're simply using the operators that I've shown above. Okay, so moving on to the next task. So task 3 is lend values with comparison operators. So what you're doing is, likewise, copying and pasting this code into an empty cell and using these two comparison operators, greater than and less than, along with the len built-in Python function. And you're going to be doing the comparison operation in order from K1 to K2 and to K3. So in that order. And the desired output should just simply be true. And the hints as follows are: number 1, use the two operators shown above, use the len built-in function, and number 3, use the operators in the same order as the dictionary keys, which are K1, K2, and K3. Okay, so moving on to task 4, update dictionary. So we have a dictionary here called life stages, and simply copy and paste this code into an empty cell, and then I want this desired output where we have also 5 and 6 as the keys and adult and big kid. So the hints as follows are: number 1, create a new dictionary called midlife with keys 5 and 6 and the key values of adult and big kid. And then number 2, add midlife dictionary to life stages using one of the dictionary methods. Okay, so moving on to task 5, add all the values from list. So we have a list here called nest1, and it contains a nested tuple, a nested dictionary, and a nested list. And you're going to be using sorted and eval. And what I want you to do is simply add the values from 3, 300, 30, and 500 together to give this float number of 833.0. Okay, so the hints as follows are: number 1, add 3, 300, 30, and 500 together from each of the nested tuples, dictionaries, or lists. Then number 2, use the only two built-in Python functions shown above. Then number 3, use the Python built-in function sorted for K1. K1 is the key here. And then number 4, use the nested dictionary K1, index only by -1, not 2. And then lastly, number 5, use the floats so you can have a float instead of an integer output. Okay, so moving on to our final task, which is the toughest of the lot, and that is add all list values into a string. So what we have here is two variables, prices and sentences. And what I want you to do is that this variable is a string, this variable is a list, and this one here is a string, or specifically a docstring because it contains triple, double quotation marks on either ends. And what you have to do is, firstly, for prices, I want the desired output of this 9, 4, and 2.5, and then you're going to add these values together and generate this output of $15.5 along with pizza, chips, and drink. And also you'll have to remove these characters here, so hashtag, exclamation mark, slash, question mark. So you're going to have to remove those. And the hints as follows are: number 1, use the format function. Number 2, use slicing and stride. Number 3, use the eval, len, and string. Number 4, add all the string numbers from the prices list. And number 5, use the replace function twice. That's very important. Okay, well, good luck. Hopefully you'll be able to get these tasks completed, but if not, don't worry. I'll be showing you in the next lecture with the solutions. Thanks.